Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well today. So I think it's time for an update. I've been doing a lot. I'm healing from my surgery. My incision looks pretty good. I'm still a little sore and I'm still, of course taking naps, but that might be forever. Um, I wanted to talk to you about the plans that I've made, the appointments I have. It's just been a little crazy. Um, but I took a tour of hospice with my husband. That was interesting, but I'd still like to keep that to plan B. Um, my husband has a vacation week coming up, and so we made appointments, and that was crazy just to get those appointments in Vermont, and my brother's going to go up with us. And the hoops you have to jump through are not huge, but there seems to be a lot of them, and I don't think that I was fully prepared for the rules, especially for out-of-state people. The law for Vermont taking in non-residents is very new. I mean, I think the legislation was passed about 4 months ago, and about a month ago they opened the doors. A reporter had called me out of the blue, which was very interesting. That was from a Burlington, Vermont newspaper who wants to interview me because, I think that they're expecting a big influx. So I'm sort of like, I guess, the first batch of people. But the website hasn't completely been updated. There's still some sketchy details that people can't answer me. And I'd like to know before I get up there. I just did learn that I needed 2 doctors in Vermont. One is a palliative care doctor, and the other would be an oncologist. After a week, I was able to get appointments during my husband's vacation week, and interestingly enough, the palliative appointment can be virtual, but I have to be in the state of Vermont. That's fine. Maybe there's another area of Vermont I would like to go to. I've never been, but we'll make a little vacation of it. And the other one would be in person in Burlington. And so, there's some questions I have before I even spend this kind of money just to get there. Like insurance coverage. I called my insurance people. They don't think that they cover it, but they're not sure. So I've asked them to get something in writing to me, because if you don't know the answer, then somebody else does. It's a little crazy. And then the other question I have of people in Vermont is, one of the rules being that you have to be within 6 months of diagnosis. In other words, you're only going to live for 6 months or less. And I'm not in that window yet, I don't think. So what if I have a consult now and not in that window, and I'm around for the next 12 months? Does that consultation expire? Do I have to start over? Why would I go up there, if I had to start over? I think I have to go at least 3 times to begin with. And it's about an 8-hour drive from where I am, 13 hours by train, and there are no direct flights. So, at least that I could find. Yeah, so it's kind of a pain in the hiney, but of course, there's a goal here. I just don't want to be drowning in a sea of misinformation. The other thing is that if it's not covered by insurance, as far as the consults at least, then how much are the consults? And I get one woman said, well, we don't do the billing here, so I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and call one of these people for one of the appointments at least and get that information. And I'll do it in front of you. If it doesn't pan out, then I'll just edit that part. But you know how much I hate to edit, so. see if she's in. I had to combine it because I think their office is going to close. Hi, Alana. This is Francine. I spoke to you earlier this morning about coming up to Vermont. I was wondering, because I talked to my insurance company, could somebody find out how much the consult would be if insurance didn't cover it?
Yeah, let me choose one. Do you mind if I put you on a brief hold?
Sure.
I can maybe ask for you.
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi again. That video just sort of conked out right at that moment. I don't understand that at all, because playback was just fine, and then poof, it was not. So 24 hours later or so, it's evening time. I'm kind of tired. It's kind of late, but I just really wanted to get a video out to you. So that phone call was a little fruitless. Nobody knows how much a consult is. So they're going to get back to me maybe Tuesday. In the meantime, the hotels are booked and everything, so I'm committed. I'm going anyway. It's just that, a specialist, a consult with a specialist, can run $400 or $500, depending on what kind of specialist it is and how in-depth your consult is. And I'm having 2 of them. So it could be easy $1,000 and find out that my insurance isn't going to cover it. But I'm in it for the long haul. But this is just what I mean about like the red tape and even the little hoops. I feel like it's all groundbreaking stuff that I'm paving my way through the jungle. And if it helps people in the future, I'm hoping that if you are watching this in 4 or 5 years, then your path is more clear, and that would be wonderful. I would seriously like my story to get out and be shared so that people know that they have options. It's just so important to have options. And that doesn't mean I'm going to make the goal. A lot of people don't. They get sick, or maybe they change their minds. I've read about that. I can't say that I would or not. I mean, it's still scary. No matter how you're leaving, it's scary, but we're all going to be going through that door. And I can't actually interview anybody who is, well, yeah, okay, I get it. What you're going to say, but yeah, I can definitely make some connections on that other side. But to sit down and ask them, was it easy? Did the medication just make you fall asleep? Did you ever feel anything? And I have this big fear of, well, what if the medication doesn't work and it just is complicated, So all of that, I lay in bed and stare at the ceiling sometimes. It's not necessarily insomnia, it's just the head is just always on, automatic. It's just always moving. So I am looking forward to the trip. I've never been to Vermont, and I will try to do some recordings along the way. And I guess you could say that that's where it really gets real, but no, I'm going through some other things that are making it real. I can't take care of my dog anymore. And animal lovers that you might be will understand how hard that is. Iggy is 2 years old, and we're going to rehome him. My husband's schedule just can't allow for, we just can't give the dog what the dog really deserves. And although I'm not that sick yet, I'm still just even recovering from surgery. He's only 2 years old. He needs to run around. He needs, he's a very social dog. He's a love. He loves everyone. We have a wonderful family picked out that I'm very blessed because I know them. So I will be able to see Iggy once in a while. Maybe we can have Iggy in our home, but it's very sad. I mean, you know, I'm just, yeah, there's nothing I can add to just being sad. He was away at a sort of a doggy daycare for a few weeks while I recovered from surgery, and we got him home this weekend, and I'm just really loving his company. There's no rules this weekend. He can do whatever he wants. And Tuesday we're going to go ahead and take him to his new home. So that's where it becomes real. I'm also putting together my stuff. My brother and his wife have come to visit me several times from Virginia. And the last time they came to visit, I said, be prepared, you're going to get a mom box. I have like a lot of my mom stuff, and you know, it was just like, here, you can have it. Oh my gosh. That's a sibling thing, I guess. Other than that, I am gathering stuff that I don't want my husband to have to deal with, and I'm going to have a garage sale. That makes it real. When you have things that you have favorite items, mementos, pictures, and you've had them for many years and can't ever imagine parting with them, and then the day comes when it's just like, well, what do I do with this now? You know, or these photos. I have thrown photos out. I can't even believe it. There are photos from my family that I have trashed. You know, my brother got what he needed, and there are photos from my mom's life that, like, we don't even know who's in those photos, you know? Maybe it's easier in the digital age, but, you know, back in the day, we had a lot of photo albums. So that makes it real. And selling your stuff to raise money, or, you know, I mean, I know whatever I can raise will go to probably the Vermont trips or whatever. You know, anything that will keep my husband from having to, I don't know, guess where things go. Certain things that I want certain people to have are set aside. But yeah, when I got the garage sale going, I'm going to realize that's real, you know? And when you're sentimental, you want to put a really high price tag on things, but no, it's real. And it has to happen. So it's just been a matter of sorting things, throwing them out, getting them to people, or putting them in the garage for sale. There'll be a couple things I'm going to need to put online, maybe auction, but this is real, people. Can't say it enough. It puts things into perspective. So there are parts of the journey, I guess, kind of are surprising me. You know, to know, like, ooh, I didn't think of that. And yeah, I'm going to have to get that done. And yeah, so there's another list. But I'm feeling a little better. I went through the day with just one nap today. That was good. And hopefully, in the coming days, I'll just be stronger and stronger. But, I mean, still taking naps, but I don't know, I don't want to miss my naps. In any case, just wanted to close out. Sorry I had to do that. I just am just not technically minded, or the videos just don't like me. I don't know. Anyway, I will update you again soon. And I want you to have a good day, evening, whatever it is, where you are and what you're doing and when you're watching this. I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I feel blessed that things are coming together. The outcome remains to be seen. But it's the journey, right? It's the journey. But I think that, you know, the plans for Vermont so far are falling into place. And I'm just navigating the whole thing easily enough, you know? So stay with me on this journey, and certainly hope you don't ever have to take it, but if it helps some people empower themselves perhaps to make their own choices, or maybe they know someone who is going through something similar, I would just like the laws to change in a better direction, a little faster, so that people can take advantage. Okay? So that's my soapbox. I'm getting down now, and I'm gonna go to bed. All right. Take care. Bye.